Y'all, she doubled down. You are not going to believe what the governor of New Mexico just did on CNN. Any thoughts and hopes that gun controllers had that she would maybe rescind this order, back off of the extreme gun control push that she just did in New Mexico, which makes them look bad and undermines gun control nationally and pulls the mask off the monster? Yeah, that just got thrown out the window. Everything will be linked in the description box below, and watch every bit of this. I got 3 clips. This is going to make your day, and send this one out because she's not backing down, and it's only going to get messy for them from here because, wow. Of course, like I said, everything will be linked in the description box below, and make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn that notification bell on. We are distributing freedom twice daily on this channel. We'd love to have you along for the ride. Now I'm going to say a quick word from our sponsor, Bullet Safe, and then we are going to hit this, and I'm so excited.
Now the vest you're seeing me wear is from Bullet Safe, and they've sponsored these videos. Bullet Safe is on a mission to be the #1 provider for safety equipment such as this for not only the civilian, but also the security market. Now, the VP3 that I'm wearing comes in at $299.97, which makes it completely affordable and provides up to or better than Kevlar protection. This thing is NIJ level 3 tested. You are talking about up to 44 Magnum stopping on this bad boy. They've made it concealable, discreet, comfortable, and breathable. It's modular and upgradable, and in comparison to previous models, it's 50% thinner and 25% lighter. As you can see, I'm wearing in the filming of this spot, and it is not even adding to any of my dexterity whatsoever. This is something very concealable, and if you're in the market, this might be something just for you, and thank you to Bullet Safe for making this content.
All right, my brothers and sisters, without much further ado, let's dive into this because this is one of those things that I've always told you. When gun controllers feel comfortable, when they feel like they need to make a splash, they always go just to the line and they dance around and hopefully they don't get caught. Well, she saw that line. She pole vaulted over it. She became an unconstitutional poster woman, and now she's getting heat from not only Democrats, not only David Hogg, not only congressional Democrats, but now she's getting crap from CNN. They just did more damage to gun control across the board than we possibly could have done in the same amount of time. This is why we fight every day, because they let the cat out of the bag on this one big. Now, let's get into this. This is solid gold. Let me hear you and send it. Let's get it.
But disgusting. We also have, Governor, the Constitution of New Mexico and the Constitution of the United States, and you're an attorney. Do you think you're on solid constitutional ground here?
Well, we're going to see. I mean, look, I wouldn't do it if I didn't think I had the right. I have the right.
Where is the right? Where is the right?
In the state of New Mexico. Public health, it's a suspension. It's not a ban. And we'll see what all of these court actions do. And I did say publicly, Poppy, look, I got a Supreme Court that says my personal bodily autonomy can be restricted, and yet NRA and other issues, the Second Amendment keeps getting broadened.
Oh, you did not just do that. Okay, well, now let's talk about what you're really upset about. So now you're trying to shift it away from the mistake that you just made with gun control because you know you done messed up. Now you're trying to go to the emotional argument of bodily autonomy around abortion in the Supreme Court that said nothing about what you just said. Completely different, and not to mention the fact that abortion is not a constitutionally protected right in any number of the amendments. But bypassing that, pro tip, when CNN is talking to a Democrat and says, are you on constitutional ground here? That means you're not on constitutional ground. And the answer probably shouldn't be, hey, you will see. You can't make this up. This is why we do what we do. And now, my brothers and sisters, we've got even more. There are 3 clips we are going to. Let's hit it.
So the Bruin case in New York, right, that deals with concealed carry, and cases in Texas
that say you can
Governor,
what I'm talking about. You bring up the Bruin case. The Supreme Court last year, let me just ask you this, because the Supreme Court last year totally changed what we're allowed to do, what you're allowed to do. And they said unless you can base it in the history and tradition, you don't have grounds to do something like this. The New Mexico Constitution, I looked last night, Article 2, Section 6 says this, quote, no law shall abridge the right of citizens to keep and bear arms for security and defense. No municipality or county shall regulate in any way any incident of the right to keep and bear arms. Are you not in violation of both the U.S. Constitution and your state's Constitution?
And by the way, the reason I stopped it there because her answer is worthy of a third clip by itself. So again, CNN reads you the state constitution that says you can't do even remotely close to the things that you just did. And that's just the state level constitution. Now let's get to the Second Amendment, which is the actual constitution of the entire country. And your big answer is, well, the Supreme Court took away my bodily autonomy. And we'll see. You are so toast. Okay, like I said in the beginning, this is so bad for gun controllers because it pulls the mask off the monster. It shows you what they talk about behind closed doors. Stuff that we've said all the time on this channel. We discuss it all the time. Their true intentions are angling in this manner. We can prevent them and pass freedom on to the next generation by recognizing it and taking action now and becoming active. That's what this is all about. Other Democrats are throwing her under the bus because they let the cat out of the bag. That's why this is happening. That's why CNN is like, are you sure? And she's up here doubling down on stupid and going with these arguments. And by the way, if you're still with me, this is a treat because this next one, she just undermined all gun control things that are accepted as normal completely in a like comparison. Shall we? Let's do it.
I don't believe that we are. And it's that narrow reading of the Constitution, which has been tested in the state. We wouldn't have universal background checks. We wouldn't have a waiting period. We wouldn't have a red flag law. We wouldn't have prohibitions for straw purchases. None of those would have been deemed constitutional. And today, all of them are.
They were before
These
the Supreme Court
absolute right
ruled
discussions. Fair, but they haven't been tested again.
Fair. Hey, boo-boo, thanks to you, they're going to be tested again. Thanks. But you know what? Let's hover on that for a second. This is one of the best things on the planet. When the Bruin decision is brought up, and they're like, "Well, yeah, that's bad. That's not good. But look at all these other unconstitutional things that are accepted as constitutional." And even the CNN anchor's like, "Could you shut up? That's before the Bruin decision." Look, red flag laws constitutional. No, they haven't been ruled constitutional. In fact, many courts have ruled them unconstitutional. Universal background checks, yeah, also unconstitutional. Yeah. Thanks, Luan Grisham. And that's what I've got for you guys now. And I can't wait for the next wrinkle to unfold on this because she is not only going forward, she's doubling down. She's going to do more damage to the gun control narrative than is humanly possible. It's almost just to the popcorn point to watch what happens and how bad she wants to make it, putting her pride or the Democratic narrative first. This is getting to be gold. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.